So right now, Theresa May is off trying to get tweaks done to her Brexit deal that got voted down in January. The Brexit deal that she kept putting off and putting off because she knew no one would back it. And then when people said she was running out the clock, she got incredibly offended. And yet here we are. The second version of this Brexit deal with less than 20 days till we leave the EU, and she's still off trying to get tweaks to it, and we haven't actually had a meaningful vote. It's meant to take place tomorrow, but we'll see what happens because it's Theresa May. What I keep seeing is people like Ben Bradley and Jacob Rees-Mogg saying that they're not going to vote for this bill if it still includes the Irish backstop. You've had 2.5 years to come up with an actual alternative. Now, credit to him, Jacob Rees-Mogg so far has been the closest one to it by saying nobody wants the backstop, so let's just not have the backstop. But that in itself shows clearly this man is so unbelievably incompetent that he doesn't understand what a border is. He doesn't understand the basic principles of a single landmass being divided into such where one portion of it has access to a union, to a trading agreement, to the single largest market, and the other portion of the landmass doesn't. 2.5 years, people like myself have been bringing up issues with leaving the European Union. 2.5 years it has been met with, well, that's just Project Fear. No, it's not, because X, Y and Z. Here are all the details why this is an issue. And yet, no, that's Project Fear. Jumped up little pricks like Ben Bradley. And I've done a couple of videos on the scumbag before. He's going to be fine with a no-deal Brexit because he's got money. Jacob Rees-Mogg is going to save himself a fortune because he gets to dodge even more tax. Nigel Farage, again, is going to benefit from this, despite the fact that we've been paying him to go over to the EU to represent us for years and he hasn't done his damn job. He's still going to benefit from this, and he's still going to take an MEP pension. 2.5 years we've been saying here are the issues. 2.5 years we've been telling people, look, this reason why you don't like the European Union isn't really true. Going through and having the same arguments again and again and again. The EU's undemocratic. Well, it's not really. It's no more undemocratic than our system. It's just on a bigger scale. Well, the EU make all the rules. Again, no. The English make all the rules, or at least the vast majority of them. And those that we don't make, our MEPs, that we vote for, come back to Parliament, they discuss it. 9 times out of 10 they go for it. But again, it's democracy. Oh, the EU tell us exactly what to do and we can't have trade deals without them. We can have trade deals without them. We do have trade deals without them. But this notion of leaving the EU will take us back to the glory days. No, it's taken us back to a time before the EU. The world has moved on. China has said, look, your politicians have insulted us. We're really not interested in a deal with you because what the fuck do you have to offer without the EU? You know, Germany sells a car to Japan, we make a profit. We don't have that. Japan have come out and said, yeah, we're really not interested in even talking about a deal until you have no more options. You think we were going to give you the same as the EU? You're off your rocker, son. American lobbyists come forward all the time saying, we're going to drop the food standards in the UK. Drop the workers' rights. Drop this, that and the other. And our own politicians, our own Conservative members of Parliament are repeating the same rhetoric. There's a reason why chlorinated chicken was banned. For decades, conservative politicians like Theresa May have been saying that they want to get rid of workers' rights. Why haven't they? Because of the EU. No deal, we've lost that. You really think that they're going to be stopped by a sense of honour? A sense of doing the right thing? Considering that this government's response to people dying in the street and it being completely avoidable was to simply ignore it. I can go on and on and on about the things that we will lose with a no-deal Brexit. But quite frankly, I'd be very, very late for work. I do urge people to contact their local MPs. And I'm not saying you have to change your mind. If you still want to leave the European Union after all this research and after everything else, then that's your prerogative. But 2.5 years we've had to prepare for the worst outcome. And we have not done a goddamn thing. So tonight, I'm going to send an email to my local MP, Charlie Alfrick, who is in favour of leaving with a no deal. And I'm going to ask him, as one of his constituents, as a Dovorian who knows damn well this town is going to suffer with a no deal Brexit, I'm going to ask that he pushes to extend Article 50. It doesn't have to go on forever. But the way it's panning out now, we are effectively taking a rusty saw and chopping our legs off just so that we hurt the little toe of the EU. On that note, to avoid me getting any more grumpy before work, I'm going to have a cup of tea, chill out, and then go to work. Half hour and we should hear something from Theresa May.